Welcome back to Sauti Mzalendo, the voice of the people, where politics meets reality and truth walks hand in hand with clarity. Now, brace yourself for one of the boldest political declarations this year. Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has openly owned a label that many politicians run from. He says, "Yes, I am a yes sir man to President William Ruto." That's right. No sugarcoating, no hiding behind speeches. He said it with his chest. But what does this mean? Why would a senior government official so proudly claim such loyalty in a time where independence of thought is highly valued? Let's unpack this. Kindiki made this powerful statement in response to critics who say he lacks independence. He admitted that unwavering loyalty to President Ruto is part of his leadership style. And guess what? He's not ashamed of it. In fact, he says it's strategic, a deliberate choice. He referenced Kenya's past presidents, Daniel Moi and Mwai Kibaki, pointing out that they too were loyal to their bosses before rising to the top. His message, loyalty isn't weakness, it's a political investment. Now, that's a message not everyone will agree with, especially in a democracy. But Kindiki isn't backing down. Backing him up is none other than President William Ruto himself. The president reminded Kenyans that he was a yes man to former President Uhuru Kenyatta for 10 years before their eventual fallout. And look where that led him, State House. According to Ruto, loyalty isn't about being a puppet. It's about unity, structure, and long-term vision. But let's bring this home. Why now? Why this message? Here's the twist. Kindiki's declaration comes in the shadow of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagwa's dramatic fall from power. Gachagua, who was impeached in 2024, often clashed with Ruto publicly. His rebellion, as some called it, was framed as insubordination and ultimately cost him his job. Kindiki isn't taking that route. In fact, he's sending a warning to other leaders. If you want to fight the president, don't do it from within. Join the opposition. That's bold. That's political survival 101. But is it democracy? Now, here's where the conversation gets spicy. Is Kindiki building his path to 2032? Political analysts say yes. By staying loyal, he's aligning himself as the safest pair of hands to take over when the time comes. And with President Ruto already hinting that Kindiki could be his preferred successor, the pieces are falling into place. But loyalty in politics is a double-edged sword. It can build you or blind you. Will Kindiki remain effective while towing the line? Or will he lose his edge in always saying, "Yes, sir"? We've seen power turn allies into enemies and friends into foes. In a democracy, loyalty is admirable, but only when it doesn't silence truth. Kindiki is clearly playing a smart long-term political game, but Kenyans should ask, will he be loyal to Ruto or to the people? Because at the end of the day, being a yes sir man might get you power, but it's saying yes to the people that earns you legacy. That's the tea from Sauti Mzalendo, where every voice counts and no truth hides. Stay tuned, stay woke, and stay with us. And this was Sauti Mzalendo. Let the people decide.